Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. In today's one, we're going to actually cover Advantage Plus shopping campaigns. So we're going to go through all the tips and everything we've learned from spending hundreds of thousands of dollars behind this particular campaign setup. So in this video, we'll actually walk through how to set it up, what it actually is, what are the optimizations you can make inside of those campaigns, and actually what to look out for when you're setting them up. So the first thing you need to know when you're actually setting up Advantage Plus shopping campaigns is what it actually does. So essentially this is Meta's new product they've actually launched last year, and what it actually does is helps simplify your campaign setups. So instead of having multiple campaigns, what Meta is trying to do is have one campaign, one ad set, and you can launch up to 150 ad creatives inside of it, ideally with a lowest cost optimization that you're driving from Meta. Sole purpose is to just consolidate your accounts and drive more learnings behind these campaigns. So when it comes to actually setting it up, what you have to do is simply choose the sales objective, go into Advantage Plus shopping. Majority of the accounts should have this, if not all. And then once you come over here, you'll actually have multiple options. In this ad account, it's quite new, it won't have it, but you should have website, and you'll have website plus shopping. What that enables you to do is drive customers directly through the Instagram flow and shop through Instagram and Facebook shops, or you can go directly to website. Then you've got the cost per result. This is another bidding strategy they just released, I would say a couple of months ago for all accounts. When you click more, you've got the attribution settings, you've got the location you want to drive the traffic towards, and then you've got the reporting. So this is where you actually have to go ahead, especially if it's a new ad account setup, you need to go ahead in here and actually click manage in ad account setup. What this will actually prompt you to do is add particular lists in terms of the existing custom audiences you want to target. So what Meta will do is once you add these custom audiences, they'll actually go find almost similar customers based on that audience. So almost treat it like a lookalike audience, but Meta's actually got more insights and more data behind those customers, and they use some type of ad targeting to actually find those new customers. So what I would recommend when you actually add in here is not web purchase events, but I would add any email customers, so Klaviyo customers, any offline events that you've got. I would make sure to add all of those rather than actually adding, pixel purchases or website visitors. Advantage Plus at its best shines when you've got more of the actual data around the emails rather than actually web events. So I would make sure to actually include that in here. So once we've actually got all that set up, we can go back here and it will automatically upload here. In terms of the reporting, one thing I would make sure to look out for is your attribution setting. When it's, especially with accounts that are spending more than $1,000 a day, you want to make sure it's on a 7-day click window. We see a lot of view through conversions pass through on Advantage Plus. So that's just one thing I would look out for, is making sure it's on a 7-day click window rather than 7-day click 1-day view. Once you finish setting up the audiences and the reporting, I would go down further and make sure you've got your daily budget sorted out, and then you've got the option to include either suggested ads. These will be suggested ads based on anything that Meta thinks is a top quality ad. Where we see success, especially with a new account starting off with Advantage Plus, is adding all our top performing ads from our creative testing campaigns or any campaigns we're using to test creatives, and simply just duplicate the post ID and add them into this campaign here. So you can either add it through that level, or you can go in here and add the existing post ID here. Where we see success with Advantage Plus campaigns is having around 8 to 10 creators per campaign. I've seen some accounts where there have been more than 20, but in my opinion, I feel like that diversifies a lot of the spend and scatters it across a lot of creatives. So I think 8 to 10 is a really good sweet spot that we've found on our accounts, and we've been able to scale efficiently through that methodology. So once you've set up the budget, the audience, your ads, you want to make sure you've got your existing customer budget ticked. So what this will do is allows you to put a particular percentage to how much budget should actually go towards your existing audience. For us, we've noticed anything below 5% is a really good spot to be in if we want to go for purely prospecting, or even 0% is better. The moment we go more than 10%, we notice Meta starts to allocate a lot of the budget towards the Advantage Plus campaign, and sometimes spends past that 10% mark. So not really ideal if you're trying to go for prospecting. You end up seeing, the performance is really great, but when you break it down by audience type, you notice that the existing customer budget cap has just completely blown apart, and Meta is just spending all of its budget towards this particular audience. So that's just something to look out for. It doesn't happen on all accounts, but that's just something when you're setting up anything above 10%, you want to make sure you're cautious how much of the budget is going towards returning versus new customers. So when we've got everything set up on the Advantage Plus campaigns, let's actually navigate the conversation to talking about what type of campaigns are actually successful when it comes to Advantage Plus. So let's talk about the top 3 campaigns we actually like to set up on majority of the accounts. So the first one is actually the top ads campaign. We usually like to turn this into a scaling campaign or some type of evergreen campaign where it's got majority of the top performing creatives that we have in our creative testing campaign straight into this Advantage Plus campaign. What this allows us to do is have a good amount of budget in this campaign and hit over 50 conversion events per week, getting out of that learning phase and making sure we're optimized for success here. The second campaign we usually have is a sale campaign. This is really good when you have either regular drops or regular sales. I know apparel brands do a really good job of this, where a lot of them will have an Advantage Plus campaign and they just simply rotate in and out new creatives based on either drops or even sale events. What you can do to actually set this up is just have one Advantage Plus campaign, have it going to maybe a certain amount of returning customer if you're looking at product drops, and I would just simply rotate in and out specific sale creatives. Now for the last campaign, it's simply almost a duplicate of the first campaign. The only real difference here is we're actually testing out a bidding strategy. So what we would do is duplicate the scaling or evergreen campaign, duplicate it into a bidding strategy. So Advantage Plus has a cost control option. Simply choose that and set your target CPA around what you're currently getting for your scaling campaign, maybe plus or minus 10%. Have a higher daily budget and see how it performs over a 3 to 4 day window. If you're seeing good results, then slowly start to bump that overall daily budget. Make sure you're not spending the full budget and you're spending about 70%. That's when you know you're in a really good spot. So that's a wrap for this video. It's a quick setup on how to actually use the Advantage Plus campaigns, what are some scenarios you can actually use it for, and how you actually can set it up when you want to scale your ad account. Again, there's so many different variations and varieties you can actually use when it comes to setting up Advantage Plus campaigns. I know I've seen some brands use it for particular product SKUs, having separate Advantage Plus campaigns for each product. Again, there's so many ways you can try and test it out. It's only going to get better from here. If you guys are testing out a different way, please leave a comment on how you guys are actually doing it. I'd love to learn, always looking to learn. Until then, I'll catch you guys next time.